Good evening, everyone. Senthil Kumar here. Can everyone able to see my screen and hear my voice clearly? Just I need a one word confirmation yes from everyone. So thank you. So now if you could able to reply with yes or good evening, so that means that is the place to ask questions if it is required. Okay, that is the place to ask questions if it is required, or else you can continue with the existing session. So whenever there is a requirement, then only you can ask questions. Okay, and welcome everyone to Stock Phoenix family and the biggest traders community for batch 22. So let's start the webinar from today. Okay, and I believe for everyone audio and video is clear and my internet is also working clear. So let's start the session. To start with, today's session will be money management. To start with, today's session will be money management, and thank you for your responses. So Prabhu might have explained to you in the welcome class in more detail how the mode of operation, how the learning process is going to be, and I just want to repeat with few of some repetitions. So these are the sheets will be available in your dashboard. These are the sheets will be available in your dashboard, the course schedule and the course sheet. So in the course sheet, you can able to see what is the topic which we are going to have tomorrow. So, and this course topic will be going only as per the topic. We will not prepone the topic or postpone the topics. Okay. So because unless you understand about candlestick properties, we cannot able to learn about trade setup. So that is the process which is going to happen. And I'm speaking in laptop, so I think it's there is nothing from my side for any adjustment. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so course 2, sorry. So these are the things to do, and very importantly, we should not have any kind of communication gaps. Okay, we should not have any communication gaps. So you can see here. So the contact levels, okay, you can see first level you can contact Abhilash, second level you can contact me in case of any subject issues, any knowledge, anything you want to understand clearly, you can contact us directly. Next you can contact Satish. So this is the contact number for Satish for repeat batch, any queries, tech related support and webinar tool and joining webinar, all those things you can contact Satish in this mobile number, or you can text Phoenix Tech Support. And last level, if you could not able to reach all of three, you can reach Prabhu, so he'll be available. So mostly someone will pick the phone and we will answer you immediately. So that is how it happens. And to get a very fast response, you can text us in Telegram. We reply less than 1 minute or 2 minutes in a working time. Okay, so that is the way of working. And you can read all these things when after the class. I don't want to take your time in all those things, just repeating everything. Okay, and support ID for Telegram Stock Phoenix support, it will be rerouted to Abhilash. This ID is for market study and doubt related to the learnings. And support ID Phoenix Tech support, it will lead to Satish for any technical supports. Okay, and this is support mail ID. Any homework you can send it to support.stockphoenix.com, and there is my mail ID is also there. Any related, any questions you want to ask, any feedbacks you want to pass, any improvements, any mistakes, you can send me directly. So I'll take the input directly, and there is the link for opening up stocks. So that much is from my side on a general instructions. Let me just zoom in and see anything is left out. So that's it. So let's start the session. So this sheet will be uploaded in the webinar dashboard. So where this will be available, I'll show you. Maybe many of you might not be aware. So this is the place you can log in. Go to stockphoenix.com, log in, and click on your username and password. So we'll enter into the subject in another 5-10 minutes. So some general instructions are there. And dashboard. Click on your respective webinars, webinar 22. I request everyone to complete the basics of stock market, the basic thing. Okay, so please complete the basics of stock market. This is very, very important. There is nothing to teach new. So that's the reason we are giving one recorded version to understand what is the basics of stock market. Okay. Yes, yes, you can do, Ashwin. And next, basics of technical analysis. It is not required. If you are going to learn currency trading, then you have to go through this, or else this will be taken in live. This session will be taken in live. If you are going to do currency trading, you can read this. You can go through this video also, or else you can wait for these particular topics to be taken in live. Okay, I request everyone to go through this video alone. And next, any kind of documents you can see here, currency course document is available here. Same like that other documents, whatever the documents I am going to teach you in the Excel or PDF, everything will be available here. And whatever the examples I'm going to take you through the webinar, the course curriculum, everything will be available here. So any other doubts? Basics of stock market document is not available. I'll add it today. If you might have missed it, I'll add it today. Yes, yes. Thank you. So now we are entering into the first session, which is called as money management. Our first session today is on money management, and the reason is why we are taking money management, because why being the first session of money management, because, and before that, my humble request, my humble and utmost, my big request for the entire batches, please do not trade for next 21 days. It's my humble request, please do not trade for next 21 days. If at all you want to trade, if at all you want to practice, then trade only with 5% of your capital. That means if you are having 1 lakh rupees as your capital, then trade only with 5,000 rupees. If you might have already completed the class through recording, then it's fine. If you might have completed the class through recording, and if you have understood, say like I know few of the students, Mr. Jay Shukla has he has completed the course through recording. He's now trading. In that case, it is fine. If someone is joining for this first session today, then please do not trade. Hold your patience for next 21 days. That is very, 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 very important, because that is the reason we have joined here. We were doing many things, but you could not able to complete the circle. So that is the reason we have joined for a paid course. So let's not repeat the mistake during the course. Why I am asking you not to trade? Because in case if you make profit during the webinar sessions, that is during the next 20 days, in case if you make profit, yes, you will be happy to learn with enthusiasm. But in case if you make loss, you lose money, number one. Number two, whatever we are giving as an output, the learning will not get into your mind. You cannot able to observe the content. So that is my humble request. Please do not trade for next 21 days. That is my humble big request. Next, we are entering into money management. Before that, please do not divert the topic. As I told you, see, voice breaking is not possible from my side. I request everyone to have a proper internet connection, preferably a broadband. And if you are having only a mobile connection, then there is no other option. You should sit in a very good place where the signal is very clear. And if you are watching in mobile, then you should be putting your earphones and sit in a place where the internet, where you get the signal is very clear, because almost like out of 200 members, there is no issues to most of the members. So that is what I could able to understand. And I am also in home, so no other way. I cannot able to go to my office. In my office there is fiber net with the 200 Mbps, but in my home there is 40 Mbps is far sufficient. I believe this internet is far sufficient for this webinar too. 1 to 2 Mbps or even half Mbps is far sufficient. Okay, so that is the technical clearance from my side. And if in case if there is a drop in internet, I will communicate you. one day before itself, so that we can prepone or postpone the program according to the infrastructure connectivity. So that is not in our hand. So still it is working good. There is no connectivity issues from my side. If you could not able to hear, or if you could not able to see my monitor, see the webinar window, then there is a problem from your end. So you have to rectify that. Okay. Next. So as I told you, please allow me to complete the current topic. Say like, for example, if I'm starting the money management today, please allow me to complete the current topic. Say like, for example, I'll show you one example. These are the basic things where we both have to be in the same phase before entering into the webinar. Okay. So I don't want any of your details in the webinar session. We can chat in group, or we can chat in one-to-one. Okay. So coming back, yes, I'll do. See, for example, if I'm going to take this topic, when I'm explaining about the first line, don't ask me the question about second line, third line, fourth line. I can able to see your message, Siddiq. Okay, I can see your message, Siddiq, but I'll not read your questions. We have two co-organizers, they'll reply you. If the question is relevant, I'll come back. Okay, or don't ask me question which is going to come in the upcoming slide or in the upcoming classes, so that we will consume time. And many distractions. What happened? I'll tell you the best part of this webinar is I correlate all the technicals with best examples which we use day-to-day basis, so that you can able to understand easily, so that you will not feel like you're actually studying the technicals. Okay, you will not feel like you are studying the technicals, so that you could able to remember all the technical theories or the metrics which we are going to study. So that is my humble request. Please do not distract while taking the current subject, number one. Number two, that will not allow me to give a best examples. So now I have two co-organizers with me. One is Vidya, mentor, and Satish, tech support. And if your question is relevant, they will reply you. I'm repeating, if your question is relevant to the current subject, to the current topic, and current discussions, they'll reply you, or else you will not get any reply. Are we clear? Can I get one line of acceptance from everyone? Because it's like we have came here for a better understanding. See, everyone knows stock market. Maybe 1 month old or 2 month old or even 10 years old. Everyone has joined this program. Everyone knows the stock market, but we cannot able to complete the circle. We are running behind something, and the circle is getting incomplete. So for completion, I need your complete cooperation. Yes, I'll provide you the PPT. Actually, it's not required, sir. You take the content. Okay. So coming here, I have one more question. What is the purpose we have came for a stock market? I need your answers. Just 5 minutes, we'll have a small discussion. After that, I'll enter into the presentation mode. Yes, very simple. One word answers: profit or money or income or passive income. Okay. So the content is very clear. The motive or the purpose is very clear. It is not a motive. The purpose is very clear: to make money, to make profit, or to make passive income, to earn consistent money, and to avoid losses, wealth creation. So these are the answers. Okay. And don't worry about how you do this money in number of trades. See, two things are very important. Don't worry about the number of trades. Number one, say like, for example, many of the members might be practiced with doing 10 trades in a day or 5 trades in a day. That is, I'll tell you, that is absolutely not required. As per my experience, as per my view in the stock market, as per my view in the stock market, 5 to 8 trades is far sufficient to make 15 to 20% of your profit on your capital. Okay, so 5 to 8 trades is sufficient. Less the number of trades, the less the number of attempts of risk. So that we should be very clear. Next. Okay. Now 5 to 8 trades per month. 5 to 8 trades per month. So now the topic. So we are entering into the topic. So money management. So that is being the first topic. The reason is many of the members who knows 50-50 of the stock market, 50-50 of the stock market, who is knowing completely, that's fine, but who knows only 50%, 20%, 30%, what they do is, in the first day when the webinar starts itself, they take half the knowledge, partially knowledge, and they start trading in options, and without knowing how much to invest, where to invest, which instrument to invest, they lose the capital before the training gets over. So what happens? One side you are losing your capital, another side you have paid your fees, and you have also not learned. So considering that we are conducting the money management, client profiling, emotionless trading in the first session itself, we should understand where to invest how much money, which instrument to invest how much funds. So fund allocation is very important in stock market. Even if you are accurate in generating 8 out of 10 trades, even if you could able to make a profit in out of 10 trades, if you could able to make profit in 8 trades, that is not sufficient without a proper money management. Okay, so fund allocation is very important. So let's see one by one. So now let's see return on investment on your expectations. That means, say like for example, everyone is given with 1 lakh capital. I'm repeating, 5 to 8 trades per month is sufficient as per my view. Okay, coming back. So return on investment per month, per annum is there. Okay, let's speak about per month. Say like for example, everyone is given with assume that everyone is having 1 lakh rupees in your trading account. Everyone is having 1 lakh rupees in your trading account. So what is the percentage of profit you are expecting? That means 5 to 10%, 15 to 20%, or I am very happy with 5%. Sadiq Sheikh, you are asking completely irrelevant questions. I told very clearly I will not respond. Please understand, sir, basic things. Listen what we are doing. Why you are worried about some other things when we are in the learning process? See, everyone is responding. So 20 to 30%, 20 to 30%, 15 to 20%, 5%, 25% answers. So answers are flowing in. Okay, that's great. So everybody, participation is very much required. When we ask for response, please respond. That is very much important, right? So then only we can able to understand what is your expectation. I can meet your expectation. So disabling the chat box is not possible. So let's continue. Okay, so I can able to see the average in the sense out of our members, out of the current batch members, the average what I can able to see is in between 10 to 20%. So 10 to 20%. Give me a moment. Let me close all your answers. Let me delete all your answers because I have taken the input. Okay. So now tell me, if you meet, say like for example, if you are just now everyone has agreed that if there is a capital of 1 lakh rupees and if I'll be happy with 10 to 15,000 rupees profit. Is that right? Is my understanding is right? Everyone, is my understanding is right? So now 60% you can do, but you should dedicate yourself. I'll come back. Okay, so now just now I have told, I'll just recap per month. Yes, per month. Just now I'll recap the things what I have told. Everyone is being given with 1 lakh rupees as a capital, assuming that everyone is having 1 lakh rupees as your capital in your demat account. So 1 lakh capital in the sense actual capital in your demat account, not with exposures or leverage. Okay, so everyone is accepted, or everyone has told that I am happy with 10 to 15%. That is 10 to 15,000. Everyone is happy. So when you reach that 10 to 15%, what you are supposed to do? Can we trade further? Exit. It's not necessary that it should be exit. What we can do is we can slow down our trading. We can slow down our trading. See, very importantly, rule number one, we have to protect our capital. Okay, I'll tell you, please remember this every time. Let your capital be 10,000 or 10 lakh rupees or even 1 crore rupees. Okay, rule number one in stock market is protect your capital. Rule number 2 and 3 is follow rule number 1, because capital is the basement of the stock market trading. Capital is the basement. So please remember that protecting capital is very, very important. And remember one more thing, the money you make in stock market is not a free money. The money, I'll repeat again, the money you make in stock market is not a free money. That means, say like for example, today you are trading and you are getting 10,000 rupees profit out of 1 lakh rupees capital. In one day you are getting 10,000 rupees profit. So you should not get so excited that I have made 10,000 rupees in one day. So if I trade for the next 19 days, I'll make 2 lakh rupees. That is a wrong calculation. One day market has given a bull run or bear run, and you are in the right direction and you could able to make good profit. The same instances will not happen every day. Why stock market is surviving in these many years continuously? Because market yesterday 10:15 and today 10:15, yesterday how it behaved at 10:15 a.m. and today how it is behaving at 10:15 a.m. is completely different. Okay, so we should remember that the money what you made from stock market is very precious. It is very hard earned money, so you should protect that also. That means the profit you have taken from the market, you should not give that back again to the market. Okay, so now whatever we agreed, 10 to 15% or 15 to 20%, you can, when you meet the target, what you have to do is you have to slow down your trading. You should be less aggressive. First of all, you cannot be aggressive with market. That is very, very important. And coming back to less than 10%, so what is this 10%, 15%, 20%? It's nothing but anyone can reach this level. Anyone can reach this level, but your involvement and your research timing should be more. It's very, very simple. Your involvement in learning, you can reach 30% and above. Anyone can reach 30% and above, even 50% and above. Or someone is making, you might have seen someone from 20,000 rupees, he has done 85,000 rupees and his target is 1.5 lakh rupees. His involvement is extremely, he has involved himself in the stock market. Same like that, you have to learn clearly and follow the instructions. Whatever you have learned, learn clearly first. Number two, apply what you have learned. You should not distract yourself from many diversions. So anyone can achieve this level. Only the level of involvement is required. Okay, so we have understood returns on investment. Next is, so now client profiling. So this is client profiling. Rule number one is protect your capital. Rule number two is follow rule number one. Rule number three is follow rule number one. Very important, we have to protect our capital. Are we clear? Say like for example, 2020 you started your trading. 2020 you started your trading. You started with, just a minute, let me pull a Excel. Say for example, 2020, I am starting, let me take myself. I am starting my trading. I am starting with 1 lakh rupees capital. And I went till 1,50,000. And again, at the end of the year, again I am closing with 1 lakh rupees. Do you think, am I a failure for this year? Do you think have I been failure for this year? No, because I have retained my capital. No, it's not a failure. Please remember, you started with a capital of 1 lakh rupees and you went till you could able to make 50,000 rupees more, but unfortunately there was a market crash, wrong trades, and you didn't follow the stop loss, and all those things happened. You ended up with 50,000 loss, and now you are ending with 1 lakh rupees capital. I'll tell you, you are a smart person in the stock market. Waste of time. Okay, let me come in this way. Assume that you started with 1 lakh rupees capital and you went till 1 lakh 50,000 and you ended up with zero. Now, which is better, option A or option B? This is option A, option B. So this is far better. I'll say you are a smart trader. You somewhere smartly managed to escape from the big loss or capital loss. So we should think like that. See, very important, we should be optimist. In stock market, we should be optimist, and very importantly, you should not hesitate to book loss at the stop loss stages. I'll come there. I'll come to that level. So now client profiling. So it is a very important. Money management will enter. Without knowing client profiling, we cannot able to do money management. So let's understand client profiling. Okay. Just a minute. Let me pull out the Excel. So all our complete system will be working on Excel, because PPT we don't believe in a complete presentation. It will just get deleted when you close it. Okay, so client profiling. So client profiling in the sense, what kind of trader am I? So this is the very important thing we have to understand. That means what I am going to trade for, what is the purpose, or what is my target, what is my expectations from stock market. So that is very important. That means I'll be expecting only 5% profit. That means you should be within that level. If your expectation is not more, then why do you want to trade like someone else? When your expectation is not more, why do you want to trade like someone else? Number two, I'm a retired person. I want to just spend time in stock market. I want to engage myself, and I want to make some small profits on an intraday basis or even a positional basis. That means don't be aggressive in stock market. Trade with patience. You can completely engage yourself in the market. Number two, number three, I am a full-time employee. I am a full-time employee. I am a full-time employee. 9 to 6 or 9 to 7. I am working in in an organization where I am not allowed to sit in front of the terminal for the full time. But I can able to access mobile and I can able to place orders. So that means you cannot even think of trading in an intraday basis, because that will become high risk. First of all, you are not allowed to trade for the full time. You are supposed to work. Then how can you expect to trade on an intraday basis? Then you should be an investor. Next, I have full time. I am having full complete day with me. I want to be a full-time trader. Yes, you can do intraday, you can do BTST, you can do STBT, you can do full-time trading. You can be an investor also. So we have to assign ourselves, we have to identify ourselves in stock market. Where am I? In which phase am I? So for what I am coming for a trading? That means I am coming for a passive income, or I am coming for a full-time income. I am going to depend on a stock market. That means you are going to be a full-time trader. Then you should have a good capital which will generate revenue for your survival, right? We should know that the segregation. We should know what kind of trader am I. So that is very important. Next, how much time I have to trade. So both are different sentences. How much time I have to trade. Again, I am an office going employee. I don't have time to trade in the full-time market. I don't have time to trade. That means you can be only an investor. You can do your research in Sundays or weekends. Then you can put up price alerts, and you can place orders in a you can put up price triggers, so that when the price is reaching, you can put a you can enter in the positions. You can put triggers for stop loss. You can put triggers for target. So that is how we have to understand ourselves. Next, I am a employee who is working in between 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. That means you have time in the first 3 hours of the market. You can be a smart intraday trader. You can start your trading by 9 o'clock. You can close it in 2-3 hours, and you can wind up and you can go to office. So we should know the time availability. It's very important. You can't take a position and go just away from your system. Please remember that. If you might have done those mistakes, do not do this again. Okay, please do not do this again. The reason is, we have seen many traders. See, I worked in a broking house more than 5 years. I have seen clients who has gone for a coffee and lost 2-3 lakhs in a fraction of seconds, in a fraction of minutes. So they might have gone for a smoke, they might have gone for a coffee. When they come back, they'll be in a big loss. So don't put an order. Say, like for example, don't buy a stock and without putting a stop loss, do not move away from your system. So you have to, if you want to trade, you should give time for stock market. That is very important. Don't take stock market as fun or time pass. If you are going to do for a time pass, then trade with small quantities, 5 shares, 10 shares. Yes, when it goes in loss also, we lose 50 rupees, 100 rupees, that's fine. But when you are going to trade in futures, or when you are going to trade in options or quantum of cash markets, do not take it lightly. The utmost importance should be given to stock market, because that is going to be your source of income. Next, income or additional income. Next, how much capital I have. This is a very important factor. Say, like for example, if you want to set up say, like for example, everyone, so almost everyone is there, everyone knows what is your monthly revenue, right? Whether it may be a salary or income from business. Say for example, myself, Senthil Kumar, assume that I am getting a salary of 50,000 rupees from my company. Assume that I am getting a salary of 50,000 rupees from my company. To make the 50,000 rupees profit, how much capital you should require? So everyone knows that how much money you are making, right? So can you tell me, if you want to generate that money from the business, how much capital is required? Everyone can answer now. Of course. See, say like for example, if I want to generate 50,000 rupees per month, say like for example, I'm not going to job anymore. I want to get the same 50,000 rupees from trading. So how much capital you require? If you want to generate 50,000 rupees as a profit every month, then how much capital is required? Minimum, see, if you want to establish some small business, so how much capital is required? 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 2 lakhs, around 3 lakhs, 10 lakhs. See, everyone is telling, other than some concept based business, we require at least 2 to 3 lakhs for a minimum investment. And that too, if you are a very brainy or if you are a very techie who can generate a business on a concept selling, or else if you are going to keep some store or service center, minimum you require in between 5 to 10 lakhs. So now the twist is, capital is the base of stock market. Please remember, it's for everyone. Capital is the base of stock market. The main reason why traders lose money, the main reason why traders lose money or investors lose money, investors also lose money, because I'll tell you two reasons. One, traders lose money because they have investment, but they invest 10,000 rupees. Okay, let me try with this 10,000 rupees. If I get profit, I'll invest another 10 lakh rupees. I have money, but first I want to try with 10,000 rupees sampling. So sampling business will not happen in stock market, sir. Take it from me very clearly. Okay, sampling business will not happen in stock market. If you think that I'll invest 20,000 rupees, let me make 10,000 rupees profit this month, then I'll invest more. No, it is not like that. Proper capital should come inside the stock market. Then only you can able to. Then only the actual technicals will start functioning. Then only the actual technicals or the ratios or fund management will start working. With 10,000 rupees, nothing will happen, sir. If you invest or if you start trading with 10,000 rupees, you will get only tip for that day party. That's all. Nothing else will happen. So please have sufficient capital. As per my understanding, or as per my recommendation, which I have done for the previous 1,750 students, I have told the same thing. Please have at least 2 lakh rupees capital. Okay. Why investors lose money? Yes, good question. I'll come. Okay, at least have 2 lakh rupees capital if you are going to be a trader. Even small capital is sufficient, but you should understand where to invest. Sir, I'm having only 10,000 rupees. Then you should not expect 20,000 rupees from the 10,000 rupees. Is that right or not? Is the honest way? Am I telling? You are investing only 10,000 rupees, but can you expect 20,000 rupees profit from that? No, it's that 10,000 rupees is not a ticket for gold mine, right? It's a cash. So we should be very honest in understanding the stock market. So you can expect out of 10,000 rupees, you can expect 100 rupees profit every day. That itself, I'll tell you, it's a greed, because you are expecting 2,000 rupees on a monthly basis. So 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees you can expect as a profit. So like that, if you trade, and that too, you should invest only in cash market, no future, no option. Future you cannot buy with 10,000 rupees. So you should not trade in options. What are the possibilities when you start with 50k? I'll come, sir. Money management, we are yet to enter. Okay. Yes, if you want to trade in future options, minimum 2 lakh is sufficient. 2 lakh is 2 lakh is required. So I'll come back to that. The fund allocation, I'll come back. Okay. So how much capital I have? So this is very, very important. As I told you, capital is the base. That is the basement for stock market. Number one. Number two, don't follow trades from others. Satish having 20,000 capital, Senthil having 50,000 capital, Prabhu having 5 lakh rupees capital. So now what everyone does is, this is the proportion where everyone is gathered to, everyone is in a group. If everyone is in a group, this will be the capital ratio. Say like for example, Satish will have 20,000 rupees and Senthil will have 50,000 rupees and Prabhu will have 5 lakh rupees. So what happens is, if someone don't know about future and options, just ignore it. Okay. So we will see that in the future classes. It's just a brief example. Say like for example, Prabhu buys 2 lot Reliance. So by seeing Prabhu, what I'll do is I'll buy 1 lot Reliance with 50,000 rupees capital. Okay, which I am not supposed to do. Next, Prabhu what happens when trade goes wrong? He is losing 30,000 rupees loss. That trade went wrong. Okay, that trade went wrong. So what happened? He is losing 30,000 rupees and I am losing 15,000 rupees. Since I have bought, I have lost 15,000 rupees. So now can someone tell me what is the percentage which Prabhu has lost? It's like Prabhu lost 6%. How much Senthil has lost out of the capital? 30%. So this is where we do big mistakes. See, for Prabhu, it is quite acceptable. He'll be very, very casual because he has lost only 6% of his capital, where he can gain that money in the next one or two trades. Here, it's like 15%. 15%, no, it's 30%, sir. It's 30%. Okay, so when I lose, Senthil lose 30% of capital in single trade, almost my capital is gone. And when going to Satish, since this capital is very low, it's like a free hit. If I lose 20,000 rupees, nothing is going to happen. Do you think 20,000 rupees will change our life? Will I go and commit suicide if I lost 20,000 rupees in capital, 20,000 rupees in stock market? Will that happen? No. But 5 lakh rupees, yes, it makes a difference. So for Satish, it will be a free hit. I'll take a chance. Prabhu is buying 2 lot Reliance. I'll take 2 lot call option. I'll wait till zero. Okay, this month 20,000 rupees gone. Fine. Next month I'll get salary. I'll come back. So this is how we are not supposed to trade. That means strictly don't follow others. It is very, 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 very important. In the course sheet, in the to-do sheet, you check it. First option itself is we require self-learning, self-discovering, and we should develop our own style of trading. Okay, we require our own style of trading. See, what everyone thinks that is, okay, he's a good trader, he will not go wrong, so let me follow him. If he's taking future, I'll take option. If he's taking 10 lots, I'll take 1 lot. If he's taking 100 cash market, I'll take 50 quantity. Don't follow others. That is my humble question, humble answer, humble request. Okay, see, don't follow others. I'll tell you what you are seeing in the stock market today evening. Today we are not going to study anything about technicals. Okay, today you take 10 charts and mark that Reliance, okay, it will reach this place, or Axis Bank, it will reach this place in 10 days. You see that same chart after 21 days, your complete mindset, your complete view will be changed. You will not have mindset at all. Chart will start telling you the predictions or analysis. There is no predictions at all. It's a wrong term. Sorry. Chart will tell you what is the possibilities. So that is very, very important. See, I'm not telling avoid master channel, avoid others trading. You see how they are trading, on what basis he has traded Axis Bank, on what basis he has taken this particular stock. You do the analysis. These all the places to do back testing. These all the places. Why we are giving multiple examples, why there are this many channels, because everywhere you have to go and pick the stock. He has given on this place, and this is the stop loss. Why he has picked this stock, on what basis. So these are all the places to do the back testing. You should match your views along with others. And when 10 members tell that Axis Bank in long trend, you should not be in short bias. That means you are a counter trader. You are going against the market. So these all the things we have to do. Okay. So I'll tell you, there is no shortcut. 21 days, 1.5 hours session, 1.5 hour session, 21 days. Whatever you are learning today, you should remember very importantly. Very importantly, you should remember, you should not forget. Next, whatever you learn today, you should implement that in the next day market. So very simple. See, this much you have taken one step of paying 30,000 rupees. So the second step is you have to follow. It will be little difficult. It will be little difficult. Again, it's like back to schools. Say like for example, you are working in an office. They are telling you you are supposed to complete this module. If you pass this only, you can continue the employment. What we will do? We will do. There is no other option. I was working in bank. Suddenly they told that you have to complete this exam. Then only you can go. You will be having a next grade promotion. I have to study. I have to write. You pass or fail, that is different, but I have to study. So we have to stretch ourselves for next 21 days. Actually, it will be very, very simple and easy. That is what the feedback I have got from many of the previous students. So give me a minute. So next is client profiling. So in the client profiling, so don't follow others. That is very, very important. So how much capital I have, you have to trade only with that much. How much capital I have to trade only with that much. Please remember that. Okay. Next, how much risk I can take? Fear. How much profit I want? Greed. So fear and greed, this is the main factor which is driving the market. So how much risk I can able to take? That means, say like coming here, full risk, half risk, limited risk. That means, as I told you, Satish is ready to take full risk because his capital is very small. If I lose the small profit, that is fine. If I lose the small capital, that is fine. And for example, I'm bringing 20,000 rupees. If I am bringing 20,000 rupees into 5 months. Okay, so what happens? 4 months he is making 0, and 5th month he'll get 40,000 rupees. So what happens? 4 months you have lost the money. 4 months you have lost 80,000 rupees. 4 months you have lost 80,000 rupees, and 5th month you will invest that. This is the last time I'm going to bring the money to stock market. And if I'm losing this time also 20,000 rupees, this is the last time. I am no more coming into stock market. That is the end. That time market will give you some money and it will hold you back. Who didn't understand this point? I'll repeat again. I am a small salaried employee. For example, I'm getting 75,000 rupees salary. Take like that. Jan, I am investing 20,000 rupees. I'm making 0 profit. My 20,000 is gone. I assume that I have just gambled. Feb, 20,000 gone. March, 20,000 gone. April, 20,000. So when you invest 4th time 20,000 rupees, you'll conclude yourself, this is the last time I'm going to invest money, and this time if I'm going to lose this 20,000 rupees, no, I'm not going to come to stock market anymore. This time you'll get 40,000 rupees. So your confidence level will increase. May, again, same blind story. So now who is the winner? Satish or market? Very simple. Market took money. Market took money. So this is the complete way is not supposed to be followed. Okay. So don't try to take full risk. I am a full risk. See, so many members will feel like telling, I am a full risk trader. They feel pride. They feel proud in telling. They feel very proud in telling that I am a full risk trader. I'll take whatever may be the risk. 10,000, 15,000. Okay, put stop loss. Yes, let me take. Because we have seen many clients across when they are sitting and trading in the broking house. We have seen traditional clients. We have seen technical analysis clients. We have seen newbies. So they feel like they feel pride in taking risk in stock market. So now that is the not the way. Okay, that is not the way. So how much risk I can able to take? We should have a calculative risk. We should have a calculative risk. That means, say like my capital is 1 lakh rupees. My capital is 1 lakh rupees. If I can able to take a risk of 7,500 on a monthly basis, okay, you should at least target a reward of 15,000 rupees. At least you should have a target reward of 15,000 rupees. Next, if you are expecting 15,000 rupees, so what I told first, number one, capital, listen this carefully. Okay, listen this carefully again. My capital is 1 lakh rupees. I am ready to take a risk of 7,500. Then you should at least have a projection, or you should make a target of 15,000 rupees as a reward. And if you are expecting with a capital of, again with the, now it is in the other way. Your capital is 1 lakh rupees. If you are expecting a reward of, that is a profit of 15,000 rupees, there should be a threshold of 7,500 rupees as a stop loss. That means without taking a risk, you cannot able to hit the ball in stock market. It is very, very important. Risk is very, very necessary. That is risk in the sense stop loss. It's not losing blindly. And this is on a monthly basis. Yeah, 1:2 minimum. It should be 1:2. Next. So when I tell about on 1 lakh capital 7,500 rupees, it does not happen. It should not happen in single trade. In single trade, the risk should be 1,500 rupees. That's all. In single trade, the maximum risk should be 1,500 rupees. I'll tell you, sir. For every instrument, the stop loss is different. I am telling in general. Okay. So still we are into client profiling. We have not entered into money management. Okay. So for single trade, it should not be exceeding more than 2 to 3%. It can be 2 to 3%. Okay. Next, one more thing. See, I told you 2 ways. With 1 lakh capital, if you are ready to take a risk of 7,500, then you should expect at least 15,000 rupees as a reward. On 1 lakh capital, if you are expecting 15,000 rupees as a reward, then the minimum risk appetite, risk capability should be 7,500. Next, please do not distract. It's my humble request. Okay, coming back, I have closed all the questions. Okay, coming back. Third thing, I told 2 things. The third way is, just give me a minute. Okay, the third option is, if you are expecting, so coming back to the first one, so the third one is linked with the first one alone. If I'm ready to take a risk of 7,500, and if I close my target of 5,000, this risk and reward will not be matched. That means first trade, I am taking a risk of 1,500 rupees. I am making a profit of 750. Second trade, so this is not a healthy risk and reward ratio. Who didn't understand this? If you are ready, every time you are booking profit, assume that all 5 trades you booked profit. But every time you are entering with a stop loss of 1,500 rupees and you are booking profit only 300 rupees, 400 rupees, 750 rupees. That means you are early exiting the stocks. You are booking profits very early. So this will not be a healthy trading, because usually out of 10 trades, usually out of 5 trades, 1 or 2 it's bound to hit stop loss. 1 or 2 is bound to hit stop loss. We cannot able to avoid that. Okay, so always remember 1:2 risk ratio should be, the risk and reward ratio should be there. So next, so how much profits I want? So these are the very important things. You are not clear. Okay, I'll repeat again. In simple. If you are taking a risk of 1 rupees, your reward, that means, say like for example, you are buying a stock at 100 rupees. Your stop loss is -1, and your target should be at least 1 rupee 50 paisa. Okay, there is no ideal risk and reward unique in general. There is no universal risk and reward. For every types of trade, the risk and reward changes. The stop loss will change for every risk and reward. Can we keep 5% stop loss for a future? Can we keep 5% stop loss for a future? Is it possible? Yes, risk and reward will change in intraday and positional also. Risk and reward will change in intraday, positional, future, option. 3 days delivery, the stop loss will be different. 10 days delivery, the stop loss will be different. 1 year delivery, the stop loss will be different. Okay, no problem. See, if you don't know, no, that is the nature. See, one student asked why it is like that. That is the nature. That is the nature. That is the feature. We can tell it's not a nature, it's a feature. That is the reason we could no, everyone could not able to make money. That is the reason everyone could not able to make money. Right? Shanmuga, that's what I told you. That is, it depends upon different instruments. It depends upon different instruments. Okay. So coming back, so how much risk I can able to take, how much profit I want. So remember these 3 things, these 3 points, okay, these 3 points interrelated, that don't follow others. It is very specific. Don't follow others in the sense the known persons itself. That means when you start following general, whoever gives 5 calls, 10 calls in a day, that means you are in a complete trap. You are in a complete trap. Okay. It's different. So coming back, 5% cannot be for futures. Okay, Tripati asked one question, why investors lose money? Right, I didn't answer that, I'll tell it now. So why investors lost money? Say like for example, you are buying a stock for why investors so are we in the stage of how Reliance IPO came, how State Bank IPO came, how ICICI Bank IPO came? Are we in that phase? Do you think 50 more public sector bank is going to come, or 10 more petroleum industry is going to come? So it is not going to happen. All the sectors, all the companies have already emerged. So they have already established as a giant in their industry in sector. Say like for example, Britannia, Hindu Unilever, and ITC. So one more ITC will not happen. One more ITC is not going to come. So don't buy ITC for 250 rupees. Okay, don't buy ITC for 150 rupees. Now what is the price of ITCs? Can someone tell? Yes, industry life cycle 180. Okay, say like for example, if someone is buying ITC for today, you are buying ITC for 180. Okay, ITC you are buying this today for 2020. You are buying. Okay, let's be specific. By December 2020, ITC is 250 rupees. So now it is in profit or loss. Profit, very simple. How much profit? It's in small profit or big profit? It's in big profit. So you are supposed to book profits. So we are supposed to book profits, right? So it's like almost more than 50% when the stock is in profit, almost near to 50% when the stock is in profit. And still, if you expect this will reach 750 rupees, 750 rupees, and it will reach 3000 rupees, that is like, I don't think this will happen hereafter. This may not happen hereafter. MRF, from when I entered in stock market 2009, MRF was trading at 5000 rupees, and after that I saw that went to 80,000 rupees. Now I don't know the price. This MRF, this growth is not going to happen one more time. MRF will not become 8 lakh rupees in the next 10 years. Are we clear? Who didn't understand this concept? In MRF 2009, it was for 5000 rupees. 2019 or 2020, it was 80,000 rupees, and 2030 it will not be 8 lakh rupees. It will not happen. It will never get repeated, because the gigantic growth has happened. The gigantic growth will happen only in one phase of the life. See, the company is already established. Already now it's in the peak. Now it will get stabilized. That is the industrial growth. Okay, so don't expect ITC from 180 rupees to reach 3000 rupees. So you again, if you, what happens, from 180 it went to 250, again it will come to 150. Investor will tell that I bought a stock, I saw that it went till 250 rupees, but I didn't book profit. Now it is in loss. Yes, IRCTC is already happened. It is like over traded. Now IRCTC is over traded. So it will not happen one more time. It will not happen one more time. Yes, Sadiq. So we have done with client profiling. Let's enter into money management. Okay. Let's enter into money management. Reliance, yes, Reliance will go another 1500 rupees, it may reach, but again, it will not happen. It will not go to 5000 rupees. It's not possible. Why can't we expect ITC as another MRF? The industry is not that much supportive. MRF went like monopoly that time. Okay, so that and all case studies, let's not enter into that. Okay. Every time it is not possible to search gigantic stocks. Okay, every time it is not possible to search a stock like MRF. Remember, okay, that is not possible. See, I'll tell you one more way. See, 5,000, the stock went till 50,000. Okay, but nobody knows it will go this level. So it is like once in a blue moon, one stock happened, so it is done. Next, identifying this kind of stocks is easy, or so which is better, A or B? So B is better. See, it is very difficult. It is very difficult to identify. So do you think if I could able to identify one stock like MRF, do you think who I will be? What I will be called as? Do you know? Does anyone know? If I could able to predict one stock like MRF, then how I will be? Yes, I'll be called as God. It's very simple. That is not possible. Okay. So let's be a very normal trader. Let's be a very ordinary trader with this kind of traders or investors. This is far sufficient. See, let's follow the thing which is easily possible. Let's follow the thing which is easily possible. Okay. Again, see here, this particular place, you, even if I tell, say like, sir, buy this stock, SBI cards, it is going to go 50,000 in 2030. If what if it is not going, 100% it will not go. That is very clear. Today that stock is, say like 500 rupees. I am telling you, hold for 10 years, it will go to 50,000. It will not go. That is very sure. But after holding this stock for 10 years and when it becomes 50 rupees, how do you feel? Waste of time. Sir, 1 year, you say 1 year saving the capital is like, I'll tell you, smart work. But 10 years saving the capital, it's a waste of time. Yes. So now let's enter into money management. So now money management, we will be speaking about. Just a minute. Where is the sheet? I think content is completely deleted. Let me check. Just a minute. So money management, we will now start speaking about futures and options. So someone is completely new to stock market, please ignore those terminologies. Okay, please ignore those terminologies. We'll be learning that later. So just give me a moment. I have lost one sheet. Let me just copy paste. Just give me a minute. No, it's not in fund management. It is for money management. There should be some Excel sheet. Let me come back. Just give me a minute. So no, so I got the sheet. Just a minute. No, that sheet is different. Fund management is different, and swing BTST. So these are the different things. 2% consistent profit every month. 5,000 will become, yes. We'll come into calculations. So now coming back to money management. So as I told you, we'll be discussing now about future and options, which is like, if someone doesn't know about future and options, you can just ignore, because those things we'll be learning in the upcoming sessions one by one. And the course is designed in a way like every day we will be learning one simple thing, and we will completely digest that, we will memorize or intake that, then we will apply that in the next day market, then we will go to the next day class. So it is designed in that way. So coming back, so it's a small review. So these all the things, what is intraday trade, that has been explained in the basics of stock market. Okay, so these are the types of trading. Intraday, that means buy and sell in the same day, buy a stock or buy a future, buy a option, and close the trade before the market get closed. So that is called as intraday trading. BTST, buy today, sell tomorrow. So it's like buying a stock today, expecting a good move in the next 2-3 days, or a small profit in next 2-3 days, and closing the position. So cash market and future. So BTST can be done only in cash market and future. Yes, STBT can be done only in future, cannot be done in cash market. Okay, next, swing trading. BTST is buy today, sell tomorrow. Is there any special order for? No. It's a delivery trading. Please get into the basics of stock market. I have explained you very clearly about BTST, STBT. Okay. So STBT is possible in options. Please don't ask questions on the relevant topics, please. Okay. So let's get into topic again. So swing trades, 3 to 5 days holding. It can be done in cash, future, option. I'll tell you, swing trade is the best way to trade, but the easiest way to make profit or the best way to trade in stock market is swing trade. Either it may be a cash or future or option, but for this you need good capital. Good capital in the sense as per money management. Very simple. As per money management. Next, short-term positional, the most reliable way of trading. Exclude the current situation. So short-term positional trade is the good way of trading without any tension. So like if you are a full-time employer, if you are a full-time engaged person, you can do short-term positional. Next, short-term positional option, positional future, long-term delivery. Okay. Next. So it's a small summary. If you don't know anything, if you have any doubts on the terminology or any doubts on this 6-7 points, please watch basics of stock market. Okay. So now let's understand where to invest how much money. This is very important. Please listen this carefully, because it's like without knowing. So let's understand one more thing before entering into this. So how money is made in stock market? Can someone answer? Where the money is getting printed? Nasik, or is there any other printer that exchange is having? Where the money is printed? Very simple. Answer is some many member answered right. It's just money is getting transferred from one trader to the other trader. Money is transferred. See, money is not made. Money, the market is not making money, or money is not made in market. Okay, somebody lost, somebody profit. So how much loss? That means if there is 100 traders, if there are 100 members trading, listen this carefully. If there are 100 traders, okay, 95% lose money. 95% lose money and 5% profit. Number one. This is number one. Number two, in this 5%, 3% are institutions. That means like LIC, like mutual fund house, how to say that, Kotak PMS, ICICI PMS, many all bank is having PMS. So only 2%, 1 to 2% are retail traders. So this is the bifurcation of the 5%. So money is 95 traders are coming to feed the 5% members. So 95. So 95% of the traders are coming to give money to the 5% members. Is that good or not? Do you think is that good? It's not risky, sir. Sir, if you want 100 rupees, 95 members are ready to give you that money. Why do you feel that is good? That is risky. Institutions mostly will not lose money because they average. They average. Institutions, mostly they don't lose money because they have. Can someone tell how much is this? They will average, they will average, they will average, they will average, they will average. Very simple. The power of capital. They will keep, simply they will average. That's all. They have that much power. In even small appreciations, they could able to bring back to the cost price. One day, if they divert their complete fund in one particular stock where there is a loss, they can able to manage it. So that kind of things we cannot able to do because being a retail trader. So remember this, if you follow proper techniques, if you follow proper methodologies and money management, there are always 95 members to give you money. If you take, you are one trader, if you take one person, I am Senthil, to give profit to Senthil, there are 95 members. We don't know who is those 95 members. So please remember this. Okay. So that means we have a good support. We have a good support. When the team is big, when you have a good support, the work is done very easily, right? So if your trade is right, sir, when you take 10 trades, it is not necessary that all the 10 to be in profit. If you ask me honestly, if 6 trades is in profit, I'll be the very happiest person. Out of 10 trades, if 6 is profit, if 6 is hitting the target, or if 6 is in profit, or even 5, in order, if you see odd and answer, for me 5 is sufficient, because my theory is very strong, so that my risk and reward will be 1:3 and 1:5. Okay, so let's enter into where, how much to invest. So that is very important thing. Let's understand the theory. And before entering into the theory, before entering into the money management, one more thing. If you follow setup, so what is the techniques we are going to learn? Whatever the techniques we are going to learn, okay, we tell that we will mention that as a trade setup. We will mention that as a trade setup. That means, I'll repeat again, whatever the techniques we are going to learn, whatever the techniques we are going to learn, we will mention that particular technique as a trade setup. Say for example, PRB or ORB or trade from bottom, whatever it may be. All those things will be learning later. So that particular technique we will tell as a trade setup. So in a year, if you follow properly, only as per the technique, in a year you will be getting 500 trades. Do you think is that sufficient? 500 trades. That means you are having food not only for your family, you can give it to your complete relatives. You will get food not only for your family, you can get to your complete relatives. That much food you can get. So, but you have to wait for certain time, that you will not be getting any number of trades. Say like whatever happened 1 month back, 2 months back, last from January 15, there are completely market is crashing. Maybe you'll not be getting trade, or small stop loss will be there. Does all trades hit target? No. Out of this 500 trades, if 300 trade is hitting target, that is far sufficient. Because in my trade setup, if my risk is 1 rupee, my reward will be 3 to 5 rupees. If my risk is 1 rupees, my reward will be 3 to 5 rupees. So even if 60% accuracy, 70% accuracy is far sufficient, but if you trade, if you exactly take as per trade setup, the hit ratio will be more than 80%. What do you mean by trade setup? We'll be learning in the upcoming classes. Okay, that is like it's not tips. It's not tip. It's not a tip. It's the way of identifying the stocks. Okay, so entering into money management, we are trying to enter many times, but more examples, more in detail we are learning. That's good. It's the rule. It's a way of selecting the stocks and entering executions, all those things. Santosh, that is what I am telling. See, still I am telling, if you trade only in 5 to 8 calls, that is sufficient. but you will be getting 500 trades in a month, 500 trades in a year. That means there is far sufficient calls are available in the market or stocks. So we should not uh, compromise in the technicals. Say, like for example, technicals in the sense very simple. I am paying 50,000 rupees to get a Apple phone. So whatever may be, Apple 5, 6, 7, 8, forget about that. I am paying 50,000 rupees to get an Apple phone, but the vendor is giving you Micromax. Will we accept? Others, everyone, will we accept? Will not accept, because there is huge difference between Apple and Micromax. So iPhone and Micromax. So that is how we have to select the trade setup. Trade setup should be perfect. If your trade setup is perfect, there is no doubt it will give you profits. Okay. Not 300, all 500 should be supported with strong technicals. Okay. So coming back. So now delivery trading. So delivery trading in the sense short-term delivery, BTST, delivery trade. First, I'll tell you what is delivery trading. If you buy a stock and when you carry forward for the next day, that itself will be a delivery trading. Okay, when you buy a stock and you carry forward for the next day, that is called a delivery trading. Okay, so what to say that swing, BTST, short-term positional, long-term positional, everything will come into delivery trading only. But we assume that we are going to do only short-term delivery. Okay, we are going to do only short-term delivery. So short-term delivery, split your delivery trading, that is short-term delivery. Split your capital into 10 parts and invest one part in each stock. Any capital is sufficient to start with. I'm repeating, delivery trading, it may be a short-term delivery or long-term delivery or a swing or BTST, anything is fine. That delivery trading in the sense, carry forwarding the position to the next day with your capital, with your actual cash without exposure. So split your capital into 10 parts and invest one part in each stock. Any capital is sufficient to start with. Say, like for example, if you are starting with 50,000 rupees, divide that 50,000 rupees into 10 parts, 5,000 each. If you are trading with 20,000 rupees, so there dividing the capital into 10 parts will not be a good proportion. There you divide into 4 parts. Okay, any capital above 50,000, divided the capital into 10 parts and start investing. So to be more specific, to understand more clear, just a minute. So assume that your capital is 1 lakh rupees. Assume that your capital is 1 lakh rupees. Again and again, I am repeatedly, I'll be speaking about your capital is 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees. Why? Because please prepare yourself that to trade with good capital, because that is the basement. When you try with 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, you can learn, but you cannot able to make profit efficiently. Don't try to squeeze the capital and bring profit. So that is not the right way. Okay, so coming back, if your capital is 1 lakh rupees, divide the capital into 10 parts. Okay, if your capital is 1 lakh rupees, divide the capital into 10 parts, and it is applicable for active traders, it is applicable for passive traders also. And buy the stock from different sectors, invest in different sectors. Okay, if your capital is 1 lakh rupees, divide into 10 parts, 10 into 10,000 rupees. And BPCL, S Bank, what is BPCL? Which industry does it belongs to? Petroleum. And S Bank, it's a private sector bank. And Hindalco, it belongs to steel, FMCG, Zeal Entertainment, public sector bank, Titan. I'm not sure about Titan. Raymond clothings, electricals. So this is how we can able to know. Yes bank, you cannot ask question, it's irrelevant. I'm just telling an example. Yes, I'll share the sheet. Okay, so this is how we have to invest. Don't buy BPCL. So what does all this sector belong to? Oil. So what happens when you get a buy signal? When you get a buy signal in the sense, as per the trade setup, when you get an entry in Reliance, the next day you will get an entry in BPCL, the other day you will get entry in GAIL. Don't buy everything in the same stock, in the same industry. Yes, for positional it is very important. For intraday also, for positional it is very important. Don't buy or don't invest all the positional stocks into same sector, because say like for example, today we are taking positions, twice it has given profit, fine. Third time that particular sector will be crashed, the complete portfolio will become 20%, 30% down. So divide and invest. Delivery mode is we have to divide 10,000 rupees into 10 stocks, 10 parts, and we have to invest. Difference between delivery and positional, both are same only. Nifty is nowhere related to delivery stocks. Yeah, Titan is miscellaneous. Thank you, Shanmuga. Okay. So any doubt in this? Divide, split and invest in different sectors. So that is very important. Don't invest into all public sector bank, all private sector bank. That is absolutely wrong. That is the wrong way of investment. Okay, next. So how to calculate, or how to work with the stock market, how to make profit. So when you have a capital of 10,000 rupees, okay, when you have a capital of 10,000 rupees and 1 lakh rupees, and if you are expecting 15% profit, that is 15,000 rupees as a profit, give 1 week extra. That means 1 week, assume that 1 week no profit, no losses going to happen. 1 week no profit, no losses going to happen. So divide your target amount by 3. That is 3 weeks. So 5,000 rupees. So try to make profit 5,000 rupees every week, and your target is met. Slow down your trading completely. Or I'll say you the best way, when you took your money out from the market, don't turn on the side of the market. Is that right? See, we have a purpose, right? We have a purpose. Say like for example, from Chennai, I want to travel till Mumbai. From Chennai, I want to travel till Mumbai. Say like for example, I am a railway employee. I can travel anywhere in India. Say like I am in a good position, but I want to travel from Chennai to Mumbai. I'm getting in first AC train. Will I go till Mumbai or will I go till Delhi? Does it make any sense if I do over travel? So what happens? That result in loss. I have to come back again. So that is waste of time, if and waste of money. So please remember that when your target is met, always have a destination. Or we should have some sort of desire, right? This is what I want to reach. When you reach that place, you have to stop controlling. So emotion control, I will come. Emotion control, I will come. So emotion is a very big disaster in stock market. So that I'll tell you how to slowly start controlling that. Okay. So next, don't expect profit in round figures. Don't expect profit in round figures. That means if you are expecting 15,000 rupees profit, say like for example, you entered in a trade and you are in 14,570. The profit is, current profit is 14,570. Okay. If you assume that you are entering in a trade and current profit you are seeing 14,570. You are expecting 15,000 profit. I'll tell you, sir, I'll write and give you, it will not happen. So what happened? You will again book when the profit is in 2,000 rupees, or else you will book in 5,000 rupees loss. So do not expect profit in round figures. Only loss will happen in round figures in stock market. I will write and give you. Okay. So please remember that profits, you don't expect profit in round figures. So we are expecting 15,000. If you get 12,000 that month, be happy. If you get 15,000, yes, fine. If you get 18,000, yes, that is well and good. So always be in percentage. Yes, Vivek, percentage is good. Expecting in percentage, that is good, because what is the percentage to which we settle? I'll come, sir. That is, see, what is the stop loss, what is the target, everything we will see in the upcoming classes. Okay, everything we will see in the upcoming classes. Next. So let me see, anything is left out. Okay, so a very important thing in stock market is we should accumulate profits. Say like for example, I am starting with 10,000 rupees. Straight away in single trade, if you expect 1,000 rupees, it will never happen. That is going to give you big trouble. One, that will not happen. Number two, expecting this 1,000 rupees, you will start losing small profits. So what happened when you start? If you are having 10,000 rupees, 500 profit, 300 profit, 200 profit, 750 profit, 250 profit. So this is the way we have to accumulate profits. So at the end of the month, when you get 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees, yes, we are happy. Even 1,000 rupees, we are happy. 10% of the absolute returns. So we should start getting used for profits. Number one. Number two, we should make it as a habit. Okay. So any doubts in investing in short-term delivery trades? You can invest any amount by dividing your capital into 10 parts, and more the amount, say like for example, if you are going above 50 lakhs, you should start investing into 20 parts. Any doubts? Many big traders will be there, many students will be thinking of trading in big amounts, investing in big amounts. So if you are planning to invest more than 20 lakh rupees, you can start taking positions additionally in one stock, okay. If I don't, okay, so next is, yeah, 2 lakhs is sufficient. You can go, you can trade with 10 parts, because say like when you start investing, in more than 20 shares, 20 stocks, what happens? You have to monitor all the 20 stocks, right? It is a very important thing. You should have an eye on all 20 stocks. So it should be in between 10 to 20. 50,000, you can start investing in 10 stocks, sir. 6 to 10. When we say short period, short term in the sense it can be in between 5 days to 15 days. Short term investment in the sense 5 days to 15 days. So let me see, anything is left out. Okay, maximum stop loss. So now, have anyone seen what is the maximum stop loss which has been given in Stock Phoenix channel? So it is, the default stop loss is 5%. Excuse me. So the default stop loss is 5%. Okay. So that is the maximum stop loss, or called as default stop loss for a delivery trade. So now maximum stop loss in the sense, when you buy a stock for 100, when you buy a stock for 100, when you buy a stock for 100 rupees, default stop loss is 95. Default stop loss is 95, or maximum stop loss is 95. Technical stop loss is 91. What do I do? So should I take default stop loss or maximum stop loss? So we have to take default stop loss, right? But what I will say is, whatever everyone told is right, but whatever I told is avoid the trade, because it is not worth to take a risk of 9% in a trade, in a delivery trading. That means if you lose the trade, you'll be losing 10% of the capital in single trade. So usually your technical stop loss should be in between 2 to 3%. Okay, usually your technical stop loss should be in between 2 to 3%. Okay, in worst case scenario, in the sense, if you are very much convinced with the trade setup, and if the trade setup is giving, if this is the case, no trade. If this is the case, no trade. You are buying a stock at 100 rupees, default or maximum stop loss is 95 rupees, and technical stop loss is 91. That means technicals is clearly giving an indication that do not trade. Technicals is giving a clear indication that I am already a risky trade, so better don't enter. Okay, now let's see. Now, which is the stop loss to be taken, A or B? Technical stop loss we will teach you in the coming session, sir. Why everyone is confused? Why A? The answer is B. The right answer is B. Sir, see here, I am buying a stock for 100 rupees. My technical stop loss is telling if the stop loss is hitting 97 rupees, you exit the trade. So the right answer is B. That means the worst case scenario, it is 95. But technical chart is telling very clearly that, if 97 rupees is breaking, exit. Okay, so whichever is lower, you can see here, whichever is low risk, you can see here, maximum stop loss is 5%, or technical or actual stop loss, whichever is low risk, What if after 97 if it increase? No, there is no question. There is no question on after hitting stop loss, we will exit. Very simple. Can we stick to one simple rule? If the stop loss is hit, we will exit the positions. Who gives technical stop loss? That will be taught in the technical sessions hereafter. How to identify stop loss, what is technical stop loss, everything will be coming in the future sessions. Okay. So what is stop loss? Stop loss in the sense, okay, first let's understand what is stop loss. Yes, you might have learned, but still let's understand. Assume that I am having a capital of 1 lakh rupees. If I lose 50,000 rupees, do I feel happy or comfortable? Say like for example, I have taken a stock's worth of 1 lakh rupees. 50,000 gone. 50,000 is gone. So will you be happy? Or how many times we can manage like this? Okay, I took 1 lakh rupees. I had 1 lakh rupees. 50,000 gone in single trade. How we will feel? Mentally we'll be very happy now. No, it will be like a frustration. We'll get very annoyed. We'll get very much frustrated. We will not feel like coming back to market. So that is the reason there is something called as maximum stop loss. Okay, that is called as maximum stop loss. That means when you invest 1 lakh rupees, when you see 5,000 rupees loss, close your eyes and exit the trade. So now how much is left out? So now we'll be little bit demotivated, or how to say that, it's not like a, how to say that, when we lose 5,000 rupees, it will not be like 50,000, right? Is there a big difference between losing 5,000 and 50,000? Yes or no? Honestly tell me. There is a big difference between losing only 5,000 and 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees, I lost my 50% of the capital. So, excuse me. That is the reason we have to follow stop loss. Okay, we have to follow stop loss. Here, yes, my capital is only damaged. When I lose 5,000 rupees, my capital is little damaged. When I lose 50,000 rupees, that building is completely gone. Something is left out in top and corner. Again, I have to build. I have to bring money again. So again, it is a big process. So always remember the stop. When the stop loss is hit, Shanmuga, I'll come back to you. When the stop loss is hit, please exit the position. How many of you feel that the moment I take position, the stock starts coming down? Averaging is a crime. Very simple. In my terminology, averaging is a crime. How many of you feel that the moment I enter the stock, it starts coming down? Number one. Number two, the moment I put stop loss, it always hits and it is reversing back and it is hitting the target. I'll tell you what, sir. In very simple, I'll tell you two things. Okay. Number one, what I told, stock is down. Number two, stop loss hits. For both, I have only one answer. You have entered in the wrong trade. Okay. For both, I have only one answer. That is, you have entered in the wrong trade the moment when you buy a stock, and when it is turning the reverse trend, that means you have entered in the wrong place in a wrong direction. You have entered in the wrong place in the wrong direction. Number one. The moment when the stop loss hits and when it reversed, that means exactly you have put a place where it is a wrong stop loss. You will understand this in the next 5-10 days. You can able to repair yourself. You can able to repair yourself in the next forthcoming 5-10 days. You can able to easily repair yourself. So that is how this course is designed. Okay. So coming back, stop loss is very, very important. See, two things we understood. One is we have to stick with maximum stop loss, and if the technical stop loss is low, then we have to follow technical stop loss, and if the technical stop loss is very high, we will not enter the trade. Next, assume that you have bought a stock of 100 rupees. We took a stock of 100 rupees. Next day, the stock is opening at 84 rupees. What should be done? Actual stop loss is 95. 95 is nowhere. Now we are in 16% loss. Actually, we are supposed to exit at 95. Now 16% loss. What is supposed to be done? Very simple. Exit the trade. Don't hold, don't average. Please remember, don't hold, don't average. Exit the trade immediately in market price. When you see 84, what we will feel is, we will feel like, okay, we will wait till 85, or we will put order till 84. The moment when you put order at 84, it will come to 83. The moment you modify to 84, 83, it will go to 82. So don't play this game. Already it is 16%. There is some damage happened. We understood or not? Who didn't understand this? There is no need to bargain with stock market for this 1 rupee. Already 16% gone, sir. Why do you want to bargain for 1 rupee? 1%, let it go. See, already one damage happened. Here the first immediate thing what we are supposed to do is we have to exit the trade to protect the rest of the 80 rupees. But generally what we do is we will start negotiating with market 84, 83.5 or 50 paisa. Wait, I'll come back. So these all things we do, that place we start negotiating with 50 paisa, 20 paisa. So that is what exit in limit order. Exit in market order. When you see the stop loss more than 5%, okay, exit in market order, market price or the current market price you exit. That is what I am telling. The gap down I am telling. The gap down I am telling. And someone asked, after exiting at 82, what if it is again coming at 84? What if it is going to 60 rupees? See, after when it goes to 84, okay, when it goes to 84, it will go to 82. Again, it will come to 84. Again, it will come to even 90 rupees. But already some damage has happened. But most likely, when you see 84 rupees, that is 16% down. Next, the same day or the next 2-3 days, it is likely to go down only. Okay, you can put pre-market order. Yes, you can try. So averaging, I'll tell you, don't average. Please remember this. Averaging is completely not required. That is completely, it's not the way of trading. Okay. Averaging is not a healthy trader or investors do. If you don't know what is averaging, I'll explain you in the later classes, sir. Now let's try to complete. Now let's try to complete the existing topics. So next, we have learned about delivery trading, which is very, very important. The rest, all things we will study more in detail. We will study more in detail. See, your questions will be answered by the organizer if it is relevant. I'm repeating again. If your question is relevant question, it will be answered by the organizer. They'll type and send you personally, or else it will not be answered. Don't take it again. Don't take it in the other way. Okay. So if I keep on reading your questions, I cannot able to complete it. So coming back, these all index futures, stock futures. Ashish, what is trailing stop loss? It is a irrelevant topic. We have a separate sessions on that. Okay, so coming back, index futures, stock future positional, stock future intraday, index option, stock options. So all those things we will be studying in detail in the separate topic. Just now we will understand in which segment how much to invest. Okay, in which segment how much to invest. So that is what we are going to learn now. So index futures, index futures in the sense trading in Nifty or Bank Nifty. Okay, trading in Nifty or Bank Nifty. For capital, we require capital of 1.5 lakh to trade in intraday or positional. If you want to trade in index futures, that is Nifty and Bank Nifty, keep minimum capital. As per today's scenario, you require 1.2 to 1.3 lakhs. Keep 1.5 lakhs in your trading account to trade just one lot of Nifty or Bank Nifty. Many brokers are allowing you to trade with 5,000 rupees, 6,000 rupees, or 10,000 rupees. If you do such things, it is simply gambling. Okay, I'll write and give you trade with your own money. If you start taking exposures or leverages, just we are shifting ourselves into gambling modes. It is not investment on returns. Okay. Next, stock future positionals. 2 lakhs is required for a one lot positional trading. If you are going to trade one lot Reliance future, then keep minimum 2 lakh rupees as per today's span margin condition. So these are the healthy way of trading. Okay, next, stock futures intraday. What is the lot? All those things will come in the next coming classes. Okay, all those things will be coming in the next classes. So stock future intraday, 1 lakh rupees is required to trade 1 lot futures intraday, and whether it may be a profit or loss, close the positions in the same day. Whether it may be a profit or loss, close the positions in the same day. Don't carry forward the positions for the next day if you are having only 1 lakh rupees. Next, index options. That means Nifty or Bank Nifty. If you are going to trade in Nifty or Bank Nifty options, per lot premium. That means trading in 1 lot option, the premium should not exceed more than 5,000 rupees. So don't take option Nifty option for 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, or don't take options for 50, how to say that, 750 rupees, 10 rupees premium. Don't trade. Cheap premium will not give you profits. So buy in between 3 to 5,000 rupees per lot premium. And if you are going to trade 1 lot premium, you should have 1 lot premium of 5,000 rupees. You should be having 20,000 rupees in your account for a sustainable trade. In a sustainable trade. Yes, I'll come. Next, stock options. Per lot premium should not exceed 10,000 rupees. You should have 30,000 rupees capital for a sustainable trade. So we have weekly expiry, monthly expiry, that and all we will see later. So coming back here, you can see here index futures, in the sense Nifty, Bank Nifty, capital required is 1.5 lakh as per today's today's span margin for intraday and positional. And the students who have completed webinar videos, you can trade with HSC and PRB. HSC and PRB. So don't, for the new students, please do not take this so seriously. We are going to learn the same things in the upcoming classes. Okay. So index option, capital required is 20,000 rupees for 1 lot trading. Index option, for index option, capital required is 1 per lot. You require 20,000 rupees, but the premium you are supposed to take is only up to 5,000 rupees. Say, like for example, you are starting with a capital of 20,000 rupees. First day you booked 2,000 rupees loss. Second day you are making 3,000 rupees profit. Third day you are making 1,500. Fourth day 1,500. Fifth day 1,000 rupees loss. So end of the day you are making 2,000 rupees profit. But first day, if you are making first investment, your investment, if it is 5,000 rupees, and you will not be having capital to trade the next trade. So we need at least 4 times of the capital reserve to trade in options. In simple, you can trade only 5% of your capital for trading in options. 5% or maximum 10% if you are an expert. 25% is stop loss. Default stop loss for option is 25%. So that we will see in later. Let's not make so complicated in the first session itself. Future options, HSC, PRB, Ramesh will learn later. That will be coming in the 19th class. We will be learning HSC and PRB. And so this is the actual sample calculation. It's a sample example how to trade with your capital. Say, like for example, see, you should remember one thing. If you say, like, I'm having 50,000 rupees capital, 50,000 rupees capital should be there in your demat account. If you say I'm having a capital of 50,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees should be there in your demat account. You should not have 5,000 rupees in your demat account and say that 45,000 I'm having in my bank. No, that will not be considered. It will be considered you are having only 5,000 rupees capital in your demat account. So whenever someone asks or whenever you analyze yourself, how much capital you have for trade, then see how much is there in actually in your demat account. Okay, so for 50,000 rupees you can trade intraday cash 10,000. You can see the bifurcation here. You can see the bifurcation here, and you can start investing. It's a sample study is available here. So this sheet will be uploaded in the backend. This sheet will be uploaded in the backend in the next 5-10 minutes once the session is over. So you can start observing this. My humble request is, now you will be having many questions, right? Am I right or not? Everyone is having different types of questions. Yes or no? I can see many irrelevant questions and many relevant questions, but do you think, is it possible to answer everyone's question? Let it be 50-member team or 500-member students. Is it possible to answer in single session? No, right? Practically it is not possible. So it's my humble request. All your doubts will be cleared in the next 19 days. 1 day is over now. Just 1 day is over. Technically, just 1 day is over. So I request everyone to hold your patience for next 19 days to have the complete knowledge transfer, because it's like actually I'll say today is a overdose only. It's not overdose. I have gone in detail of everything. I have gone in detail of everything, because by 8:30 I used to finish the session, and 5-10 minutes we'll have a small chat and we'll close the session, because I don't want to give overdose also, so that you should remember the things whatever we are learning now. Okay, batch 23rd will be postponed. I'm not sure. Okay, so how was the session? Any doubts? No fresh questions? Thank you, Tripathi sir. Happy to see the first feedback. Pradeep, thank you. So thanks a lot. So I think session is very clear, and examples I'll try to give. I'll try to give very simple and easy examples where everyone can able to understand. The only thing what I require is time. I need time to explain. That's all. Before I explain, if someone asks back-to-back questions, it will be very difficult for me to read that. I may get distracted. So it's my humble request. Give me time till 8:30. After that, whatever questions you have, you can ask. We'll clear. And say like in case after that also, if you have any questions, we can discuss in chat, in group, or you can contact mentors. Okay. So thanks a lot, everyone. So good night. We will see tomorrow evening, 7 p.m.